While the American rally community had its eye on the rebuilt Subaru team in the Michigan woods, the winter conditions at the Sno-Drift Rally had another plan altogether. Contrary to growing belief, there's still room for the sportsman driver in American rally. In fact, one of the fastest, Travis Hansen of New Hampshire, won the Sno-Drift Rally outright in a super production car. That's history on two fronts. Hansen and his father Terry earned their first overall victory, and they'll forever be known as the first to put a production car on the top spot of the podium at Sno-Drift, the first round of the 2011 Rally America Stage Rally season. The conditions were difficult, with temperatures in the teens and wind gusts that made it feel sub-zero at times. Still, there were thousands of fans and young families in the woods around Atlanta, Lewiston, and Hillman in northern Michigan. Some drove as much as 5 hours to see the action, and they weren't disappointed. They expected to see 2010 Rally America champion Antoine Lestage of Canada in a Mitsubishi Evo do battle with Subaru newcomer David Higgins of Wales for the win. But both were gone before day one ended, leaving Hansen and his super production Subaru WRX STI to assume the lead and the win. It wasn't easy, though. The conditions were treacherous. Ice and billowing snow covering the ice made it difficult for all the teams in the event, especially for X Games legend Dave Mirra of North Carolina and his new British co-driver Marshall Clark. They battled the conditions and a flat to claw their way back from 5th on day 2 to wind up 2nd on the podium behind Hansen. It was Mirra's best finish as he starts year 4 of his rally career. 3rd was Joseph Burke of Georgia. Burke and co-driver Alex Kurani also moved up from super production to make their first start in an open class car at Sno-Drift. But they had a battle all day Saturday with Mirra, only to lose out in the last 2 stages to Mirra's constant pressure. Making its debut in two-wheel drive was a new Scion XD driven by 2010 two-wheel drive champions Chris Duplessis and co-driver Catherine Woods. But they had their hands full with an ill-timed flat Friday night and the speed all weekend of 2009 two-wheel drive champion Dylan Van Wey. Co-driver Jake Blattner and Van Wey had the field covered in their new Ford Fiesta. This competition promises to be excellent all season. In fact, this entire season will see new faces in new places in the final standings. Still, the story for the weekend was the final podium and Travis Hansen on top of it. We've seen the series dominated by another Travis for 4 years. Can this Travis assume some of that spotlight? It's worth watching to find out. Starting at 100 Acre Wood, February 24th and 25th. I'm Bill Wood for Rally America.